Hi everyone. I hope you're having a good day. This is me selling my house. I've lived in Korea a long time, and I love this country, and I love my house. But unfortunately, because of some personal matters in Canada, I have no choice but to sell the house. And I want to find a good buyer, someone who will really appreciate it. So I've made up this video to talk about it. So if you're interested in buying a house in Korea, or maybe if you're looking for a second house, this is for you. It could also be used probably as a business if you want to do a cafe or something. I guess there's options to do that. But I really want someone who appreciates the house and who will love it to buy it. That would make me so happy. If you're worried about taxes, the house here is in 통영, South Korea. 통영 is a special city. It's classified under Korean law where you don't need to worry about second house taxes. I guess in Korea, lots of people who buy second houses, right? Second houses for like vacation homes or something, and it can cost lots of extra taxes because it's not their first house. But Toyong is a city where you don't need to worry about the taxes. You don't need to worry about the taxes for a second home. So that's one big advantage, right? You don't need to worry about second house taxes, right? X on that. So that's good. So I want to talk about where it is in Korea. It's down here, right? In case you don't know, in this area here, right by the ocean. And if you're from Busan, it's about 1.5 hours to Busan, 1.5 hours to Busan, which, that's me driving. If I drive, I know a lot of my Korean friends drive a lot faster, but 1.5 hours. Daegu, if you're thinking of Daegu, it's about 2 hours from Daegu. Currently from Seoul, it's about 4 to 5 hours from Seoul, but they're building the KTX now, the KTX from Seoul to 통영. So when the KTX is finished, it's only going to be about 2 to 2.5 hours from Seoul to 통영, sorry, on a nice train ride. So, not bad. All right, so let's get in a bit closer so you can hear more about my house. All right, now let's look at this. Here we go. That's nice blue ocean. Look at that. So once again, the location is about, I'll show you, it's about right here where that dot is, okay? It's on an island, but with bridges. So first of all, if you love fishing, it's great because there's lots of places you could drive around in the house. That's like 5 minutes, and lots of places to go fishing within 5 minutes. Or maybe like island hopping. There's boats, right? Within 5 minutes, there's 5-minute drive to places. Or there's boats that go out to all these islands. Lots of famous islands around here, okay? Lots of famous islands where you can go fishing or swimming and all sorts of fun water activities if you're into that. Okay, let's go closer. We're getting closer and closer. Okay, so now I want to show you where on the island it's located. All right, once again, this is the island here. Okay, Mirak Island, and the location. I don't want to show you exactly where it is because privacy. I don't want people pounding on my door yet or anything, but it's right here in this area, and then an area called Misu. Okay, and from here, within you can. I'm not talking about driving, walking. Right behind the house, you can walk, and there's hiking trails up to this famous area here. Sorry, not that. There's an there we go, Mirak Island, Mirak-san. Here's a famous hiking trail, and it's right behind the house. And that takes about 5 minutes to get to the start of the trails. So you walk up right behind the house, and also you can walk from the house right to the ocean. And that only takes about 5 minutes walking to, not driving, walking from the house, which is perfect if you like the ocean. Okay, there's so many famous places nearby to talk about. I don't know where to get started. There's Dara Park here. That's perfect. That's about a 5-minute drive from the house. 5-minute drive, and it's got beautiful sunsets and that. I don't know what else. There's a big, the cable car. There's the Tongyang cable car. If you don't want to go hiking, there's a cable car that's like 3 minutes, 5 minutes away. that you can go up into this area as well. There's a big golf course here too. Sorry, a golf course. There's a big golf course here that's about 5-10 minutes from the house, drive from the house. So you can go and play golf if you want. The International Music Festival takes place around here. Once again, that's just about 5 minutes from the house. So yeah, there's so many things that you'll be able to do from there. Okay, we're going to go in a bit closer again, just so I can show you. Once again, the house is in this area here. Okay, sorry, here. And here are the two bridges that connect the island, okay, to the rest. And all this area is full of very famous restaurants, tons of restaurants and fresh seafood markets and stuff like this. All 5-minute drive to the house, right? So if you really like seafood or fishing or island hopping or any of these type of things, this is perfect for you. Perfect. Okay. I'm just going to zoom in a bit more. All right, without trying to show you exactly where the house is, just so you know the area that it's in, and it's here. Okay, guys? All right. Like I said already, I know I keep on repeating this, but I really do love this house and I don't want to sell, but I don't have much of a choice. So, I mean, I don't need to sell anytime quick. I've got some time, but I want to find the right buyer for my house. Maybe that's you. Maybe you're the right buyer. I'm hoping you are. The price of the house is somewhat negotiable. I put lots of money in renovations for this house, about 70 to 80 million won, 70 to 80 million won. So really, I'm not trying to make lots of money or anything from this house. I'm just trying to get back the money I put into it. So I hope you'll enjoy this video and contact us if you're interested. And there's two phone numbers. My phone number, if you can speak English, right? I can speak some Korean, but I'm giving another phone number for my real estate agent. She's Korean, so you could talk to her about the house if you like. Okay? Thank you. Okay. Now, I want to give you a satellite view of the house itself, okay? And this is it here, okay? There's actually two pieces of land for sale, 2 pieces of land, okay? So in Korea, there's lots of classifications of land. So this piece of land is like building land. It's land meant for buildings, so you can legally build, buildings and houses and stuff like that. And then there's another piece of land here, okay, which is considered like garden land or farming land and that, okay? So both pieces are for sale. They're together, okay? And the total is about 66 pyong. Pyong is pyong. It's I don't know how many meters squared that is. I've lived in Korea so long, I only know pyong now. But it's 66 pyong in total, okay? 66 pyong of the land, and the house itself is about 22 pyong in size, okay? 22 pyong for the house, and all together it's 66 pyong altogether, which is not bad, especially in the city, right? So I also wanted to point out that the land itself is worth about 100 million Korean won. The land itself, just the land. The land is worth about 100 million won. And then I put about 75 million won of renovations into this, okay, including all the stuff in that. So I'll show you the price later, but you can see I'm not trying to make extra money or anything. Okay, it's less than this actually. All right, I'm trying to sell for less than this. So I think it's a really good deal. And like I said, I'll say in the video, if you want anything inside the house is included. Like if you want the refrigerator, there's like 2 big screen TVs. There's like 3 air conditioners, and outside there's like almost new storage shed. There's like different tables and a swing, and you can't see it here, but there's now a solar panel, right? The solar panel that's like 7 million by itself. All of these things are included. So just tell me what you don't want and I'll take it away, but everything else it's yours if you want it. It's included all together in the price. Yeah. All right. Let's see the house. You know, I've lived in some apartments in Korea, and parking is a nightmare. All right, you go back home late at night, there's no place to park, and you're stressed out, and you know, it takes a long time. But I want to show you how easy the parking is here. Okay, here's the front door. Here we go. We open the gate here. Okay, and walk 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is my car, the white one here. Normally I have this out, so it's easy for me to park here, but there's always lots of street parking here. No problem whatsoever, like this. So you never need to worry about parking. I mean, you can put this here. Even if you have 2 cars, there's lots of room. So I want to show you a bit of the outside of the house here, okay, and how you get into it. Here's a little flower. All right, I don't know, you can remove this if you don't want it or whatnot. Sorry, I'm hiding the address here because you're not supposed to show that in these videos, I guess. Here is the entrance. Okay, so here is a lock. You can change this lock if you need to, I guess. Well, I shouldn't show you my password, should I? Hold on a second. There we go. Sorry. Here we go, and this is the house. All right, so it is completely private. You don't need to worry about you know, people coming in here when you don't want them to. As I said before, the windows are tinted here, so you can't actually see inside. All the windows, the entire house from back to front, it's all tinted like this. So you know, it blocks UV. They're very good brand new windows. It blocks UV and gives you your privacy in that. There's a, you know, water here going up to the roof, or here if you're into gardening, there's a storage place here. I can take this with me or leave it here if you want. It's up to you. Let's go in and see a little bit here. It's again tinted windows and the main door. All right, now we're going into our entrance room. This room can be used, you know, just as a place to study a little bit, or, you know, talk about plans, I guess. This is, you know, the entrance, the main entrance to the house. This door, once again, like all the doors, was renovated and newly installed. The door, the window, everything. It comes with a smart lock that's connected to the internet, so you can know who's coming in your house or when. You could change the password or anything you want. It's very, very secure. No problems there. Once again, we have all new tiling down here and here as well. New wood paneling all here. All of this was, you know, installed when we did the restorations, right? Let's see, smart lights here. We have 1 track of ceiling lights up here with 2 smart lights that you could change, you know, any mood you want. They automatically turn on when people come in, and, you know, there's lots of options there. It has its own air conditioner as well, in addition to the smart lights here at the top, and the ceiling fan, once again, with its own lights. This room gets the most sunlight, I guess. I mean, lots of sunlight. Right now it's the evening, but there's still sunlight coming in here. In the morning, it has lots of great natural sunlight that comes in as well. And of course, it leads out towards the kitchen and our home theater room here as well. So you can do whatever you want with this room. All of these, even though it's a huge window, right? Everything is double, right? We've got the inside and outside windows, so it's extremely well insulated, and it will stay warm in the winter, cold in the summer. Here as well, if you want, this can be included with the house, with the price and everything. You know, this whole bar set up and chairs and that. It's up to you. Just tell me what you want. Here we go into the kitchen. I love my kitchen. It was totally renovated. I tried to keep the house, you know, the whole retro vibe of the house, but the kitchen I had to change because it had a short ceiling. So we tore out that ceiling. We tore it out. It was all concrete, and then we just raised it up here so you have a nice amount of height, which I really love. As you can see, we have the hinoki wood up there. I think it's like a cedar hinoki. Pyeonbaek is what it's called in Korean, with the brick tiles. Track lighting up there, so you can change it like you want with smart lights. Huge window here, letting in lots of sunlight, lots and lots of sunlight. But it's tinted, so on the outside, you can't see inside, all right? I sit here often. You can use this as a bench, I guess, if you want. lots of electricity options, right? The whole house's electricity was changed, but these I put outlets everywhere. There's one behind the fridge, there's one here, and then around there and there and there too. So you have lots of options. This whole cupboard system was put in new when we came in. It's still in great condition. You know, here you can see no problems whatsoever. The sink, right? It was renovated and put in new. You can see the name here in Korean. Still got the sticker and that. We have a little window back here too. You could open if you want more ventilation. But honestly, you don't need to worry about ventilation because we have this fan system, and if I turn it on, you know, it's really strong. You can hear it there. And so you don't need to worry about smells or anything. It's got an induction as well, induction. So no gas or fire or anything you need to worry. And this thing heats up fast and works really well. So yeah, you know, hard tiles everywhere. Easy to clean and long lasting. So you don't need to worry. I think that's about it. I love my kitchen. Alright, so now we're going into, I guess, the main gathering place of the house, our living room here. I got these nice French doors installed because I love French doors. So it really allows you to open up the place. Okay, this is our living room here. The living room also has floor heating here. You can see the controller here. So it's got the hard tile, but also the floor heating. You see the hard tile once again underneath the rug. There's a big coffee table in the middle. It's a nice, good quality wooden one. If you want it, it's yours, or I'll take it with me. It's got a electric fireplace, which is very nice at nighttime if you want to, you know, do board games. See the board games there. We often play board games here together, or we gather for breakfast, or you know, you can sleep here together as well if you want. It's not just for show. It's got a heater in it too. So if you turn on the heater here, it can make the whole room very warm and that too in the winter if you want it. Let's see, this has also got the wood paneling for the walls, and it's got 2 wall lights. Once again with smart lights, you could change these lights like to a million different colors if you want, however you want it. It's also got the good luxury wallpaper on the top, and a ceiling fan here as well. So you can, you know, easily turn lights on and off if you want. Here you can see there's a nice big window that once again looks out towards our garden. So if you want, you know, some people will like barbecue out there, and they'll give the food in here. They'll just open the windows, and then some families will eat here. You can eat inside here, barbecue food and that if you want, I guess. But you could use this room in any way you want. But it's definitely the best place to be gathering, I think. Gathering. Now we're going into the home theater room. The home theater room. This is probably where I spend most of my time. There's a large sofa here that comes with the house if you want it, or it could be taken away. And of course a huge TV and sound system. Once again, part of the house. If you want it, they're worth at least $2 million by themselves. So this also has the smart lighting. I just turned on 2 of the lights, so you could change lighting as you want. There is lots of natural sunlight that comes in here, but you can also close this and make it completely dark. If you close the doors and that. Here's a running machine. I sometimes use this. If you want it, it's part of the house, or it can be taken away. If you close the doors here, and then over here as well, it is a home cinema, right? A movie cinema. The sound is amazing. Actually, the most expensive part of this room is this. This is cork tile, made 100% from cork, and of course very expensive. But it gives soundproofing, so you can listen to your TV or movies as loud as you want and not worry about it. Once again, this room has the hard tiles, right? The hard tiles here as well, so it's easy to clean. Sometimes, you know, I use this as a guest room. People will sleep in here if they want to, or they'll gather and play board games or something if they want, but it's best used as a home cinema. Okay. All right, why am I showing you a TV? All right, because I want to explain how much I love this room. I like to watch things nice and loud. Here we go.
So if you like to watch movies and you want to have it very, very loud and not worry, this is perfect. Or maybe you like singing. So maybe you want to do like a noraebang, like a karaoke room. That's fine. The walls here are made with cork. So this absorbs sound. But even without these, I think it'd be okay because the house is not it's not connected to anywhere. So you can have things as loud as you want and not worry about other people complaining. So if that's important to you, it's definitely an advantage. All right, now we're going into this middle room here. This room could be anything you want it to be, I guess. Currently, I use it for storage of blankets and pillows for Airbnb guests here. You see pillows in there. But you can use it as a guest room for sleeping or just, for a restroom, a study, anything you want. Once again, there's lots of light that comes in through this window here. And it connects up to the attic, to our little library there, to one bedroom, and down over there to our home theater. These it's hardwood. These are hardwood. It's not fake wood. See, hardwood. These hardwood closets are part of the house. If you want them, you can have them for free. They're $1,000,000 by themselves, or I can take them away as well. This is an inverter. So this actually is not just an air conditioner. In the winter, this turns into a heater, and it could heat up most of the house. It could heat up all of the bedrooms here, the TV room over there, the home theater room, and it could heat up down there even if you want. So it can make the air warm. I know Koreans like the floor heating, but I like warm air too in winter. It comes with a ceiling fan with lights here. So if you want, it could very easily be changed. Lights could be turned on or off like this if you want. But also it has the smart lights. Once again, smart lights, so you can save electricity if you want in that. Most of the house you'll see has this hardwood paneling. I don't like wallpaper. All right, this hardwood paneling, it was imported, I think, from Thailand. Right, it's in very good shape, and most of the house is renovated with this, including this room, and so it makes it easy to clean, and you don't need to worry about water or anything like that. Although the roof itself, the ceiling here has a very good, high quality wallpaper here that you can see right around. Okay, perfect. Right, now I'm going to show you a bedroom. This room, once again, I tried to design as best as possible. It's got the hinoki wood on the bottom here, and it's also got a lot of outlets, 1, 2, 3, 4, so that if you have those phones, you don't need to worry about power. It's also got the floor heating, the whole tiles, under the tiles, and that is floor heating, because I know a lot of Koreans like to sleep on the floor on mats and that. Currently I have a water bed actually, so if you want a water bed, it's part of the house, or I could take it away. This is one room that actually has got some of the wallpaper. All right, I don't like wallpaper, but I got a really good luxury green wallpaper because I really think it helps you fall asleep, just the color in that. Once again, hinoki wood on the top with smart lights, and also a ceiling fan and a nice big window that leads outside. You can see the outsider garden out there, maybe a little bit. See, it's got double windows, so it's quiet in here. If you want to sleep in, you don't need to worry about noise outside or anything like that. Now we're going to head up into our attic. This used to be a storage space, but I renovated everything so that it could be used in several ways. First of all, you'll notice it's all done in the hinoki. It's all the hinoki wood. So if you ever went to like a Korean jjimjilbang, it's sort of like that. If you close the door here, right, the door, then it will smell like hinoki wood after a couple of hours, which personally I love. It's got an air conditioner that comes with it, so it's cool in the summer if you want, and it's got floor heating. Okay, floor heating. So under this tile is heating, and if you turn this on, it will get nice and warm for the winter. This room also comes with a big TV if you want it. It's yours. It's got good natural lighting coming in from there, and a ventilation system too if you want it. And yeah, This place is probably good for kids. If you have kids who want their own little room to play in or TV to watch, that would be good. Or sleeping alone, you can really make it blacked out if you cover that up and close the door. It's a nice, cool place to sleep in the summer if you want, or a really warm place in the winter. And the stairs and everything, all renovated. Now we're going into a really special room, right? This is a little cozy book room, okay? It's just got 2 steps down here, and I love this room too. It's got a combination of finishes. It's got the brick here, it's got the wood paneling over there, and also it has got the cork on the top. I just put a little bit of everything in it. This is where I come to read. So I like to sit down here on this little massage chair and read. This leather massage chair is part of the house. If you want it, it's worth almost $1 million by itself. This room also has good lighting that comes in through this window. Like a lot of the places in the house, the windows, they're double. It's double windows, right? Not just one, so it keeps things warm or cool. And it's got a door here that goes out directly to the bathrooms. And once again, there's sunlight that comes in here if you want that. So, you know, this is one of my favorite places in the house, just to sit down and relax. Sorry about my legs. Sit down and relax and sort of, you know, forget the world as it is. Washrooms, guys, I'm going to share the washrooms. Now, I know a lot of people are afraid of outside washrooms, but I love them. And let me show you why. Please, just listen. Okay, first of all, see, we're in the book room, and they're just like 1 meter away from the book room. 1 meter away. It's not far. See, 1 step. See? Compared to a lot of apartments, washrooms can be much farther away. All right, and it's protected. The whole area is protected by these. So, you know, if it should rain or something, you don't need to worry about getting hit by rain or anything. There's no problem with that, okay? The first room here is a shower room, okay? All the washrooms have been totally renovated, okay? So brand new tiles and everything. This actually has 3 showers. We have a huge boiler, a very huge electric boiler that costs, you know, a fortune. But it provides a huge amounts of hot water, so you never need to worry about hot water or anything. It's just automatic. You turn on the water and the hot water will come out, okay? It's always on, you don't need to worry about it. There's an electric light here, not light, a heater. So if you turn this on, it will heat the whole place. Trust me, even in the dead of winter, this is very, very warm, okay? Very, very warm. I know because it's outside, people worry about this, but it's not a problem. All of these doors are tinted as well, but just in case you worry about privacy, you know, I threw some curtains here, but that's up to you whether or not you want to use the curtains. All right, let's look at the middle one. The middle one has got a toilet with a bidet. If you want the bidet, it's yours, or it could be removed. It's got a urinal and it's got its own sink, and once again, completely new tiles and everything everywhere. And electrical outlets, lots of electrical outlets, and a fan ventilation system. This has also got the hinoki wood here, okay? Guys, this is a warm place in the winter. I'm not kidding you. I've been to many Korean washrooms that were freezing, right? And inside houses, inside stores in Korea, and they're freezing in the winter. This does not have the problem, especially if you use a bidet, you'll probably find it too hot. Even in the dead of winter, Cheongryong, the city, does not get that cold, okay? So you don't have to worry about cold washrooms. But outside washrooms, okay? These outside washrooms give you privacy like nothing else, okay? If it's nighttime and you want to go to the washroom and you're worried about people waking up or something, you don't need to worry about it, okay? You just open this door, you sneak out, you come to the washroom, you do your business, and that's it. You don't need to worry about lights. These lights actually come on automatically if you want. You know, smart lights can do that. So, you know, you can come out and have your privacy, or, you know, there could be a couple of you at the same time. There's another one here. Hold on. Let me see. Here we go. Sorry, there's an outside sink here as well, should you want to, you know, wash up separately or whatever, if there's a, you know, big family meeting or something. Here's another washroom. All right, this one's just got a toilet, but like I said, the sink outside here, so you don't need to worry. Once again, it's so warm in the winter. I use it for a bit of storage here, but you know, you can do whatever you want here. It's also got its own ventilation system, and once again, you know, electrical outlet in case you should need it. very easy to clean. All right, outside washrooms as well. You can just hose them down, and then because of all the sunlight that comes in here, you don't need to worry about it. So if you've ever been afraid of outside washrooms, you might want to rethink it. All right, let me show you this just in case you're worried. This also has hot water. You can get hot water, see? Hot water. I'll show you the boiler later, but like I said, it's huge, so lots of hot water for everyone. All right, guys, now I'm going to show you my rooftop. That's the garden area over there, but I want to show you the rooftop. This is above the washroom area. Like I said, the whole washroom area here, it's protected by this, right? And that over there is the little door going into the house, sorry. But this is above there. I've got a nice wooden swing here. You can have that as part of the house if you want, or I'll take it away. I love plants. As you can see, I've got rosemary plants all over here, but I can take these away, or if you want to use them, you can keep them here with rosemary or change it to whatever vegetables or whatnot you want. There's lots of sunlight that hits here, so it's perfect if you want to grow vegetables or plants or something. If you're a gardener, this is awesome. I'll try to show you this at nighttime so you get an idea of what the nighttime vibe is. But I wanted to show this to you first of all. Okay, here you can see the surrounding area. The whole house, as you can see, it is private, right? It is blocked off from the road and everything, so you don't need to worry about anyone, looking in at you and whatnot. The garden there, sorry. I like the wild look, so I haven't cut the grass too much, but I mean, there's lots of potential down there. We'll take a look at that in a little bit later. What I want to show you now is these. See these? All right, this is solar. These are solar panels. They were installed less than a year. So these things last like 20, 30 years, okay? And this means you don't need to worry about electricity, okay? You can use lots of electricity in the house and not worry about high costs or anything. And like I said, these are like brand new. These like 7 million. These cost me about 7 million, and it's part of the house. Okay, part of the cost of the house. These chairs and the bench and chairs and picnic tables, anything you want, it can be kept here or it can be taken away. It's up to you. It's all wood. I got lots of bamboo here. Okay, I haven't watered them enough, but if you do, they will actually grow much more thick. So like I said, it's very private here. If you want your privacy, you don't need to worry about that. Let me show you. I don't know if you're a gardener or not, but here I've got like olive trees, and I've got blueberry trees and plum trees, and I think this is it's durup in Korean, durup, and that. If you look here, okay, you might be worried about this, right? People looking in at you or something, but this whole area, inside here, it's all closed off, all right? I don't know what they're doing in there, but there's no one who's ever looking here, so it's nice and private. You don't need to worry about that, okay? Like I said, one thing I want to show you is if you go behind the house, right behind the house that way, there's a trail that goes up into the mountains, and that's the Miruksan trail. So if you like hiking, just 2 minutes up that road, it's not a road when you can walk up there. 2 minutes up there, you could go to Miruk Mountain and do hiking right behind the house. All right, so in the morning, it's a great place to exercise. Let's see, I think a long time ago, this house, you used to be able to see the ocean quite well. I don't know if you could see it now. It's sort of in between those buildings, but that's the ocean there, okay? And it's actually not as far as it seems. It's about a 5-minute walk. 5-minute walk, okay? If you go out of the house and just walk down the road in that direction over there, it's a 5-minute walk right down to the ocean. So you can be, you can wake up in the morning and go hiking up that way in 10, 20 minutes if you want, or you can walk down that way and walk by the ocean. It's up to you. Guys, I have had houses right beside the ocean before, okay? And if it's right beside the ocean, it's not as good as you think, all right? They get really humid, and there's so many problems. Because of typhoons and that, you can't actually have outside furniture like this, okay? So this is really the best option, right? The ocean's close, but not so close where you have to, worry about things flying away, okay? So anyways, if you have any questions, contact me. But once again, oh, here I should show you this I have electricity installed here as well. So right here, electricity, so if you wanted to, you could connect whatever you need there electricity wise and have lights or whatever you want out here. Here's my hose, it's connected down to the bottom, so it's very easy to water plants in that, once again, if you're interested in gardening. Alright, I thought it'd be nice if I gave you guys an idea of how quiet it is here at night. If you're looking for peace and quiet, can you hear it? Listen carefully. Can you hear the sound of nature? You know, it's very hard to get a place like this that's so quiet and peaceful, but at the same time close to so many amenities. It's in the city, but still you get this beautiful, quiet, relaxing atmosphere at nighttime. I'm gonna miss this. I hope someone who can appreciate it gets it. Show you the garden area a little bit. Go up these steps. Like I said, it's a little bit overgrown. I'm sorry, I need to cut the grass. But as you can see with my rosemary, there you can't see them now, but there's hollyhock plants. If you like the hollyhock plants, the grass. I have a little water area here, a water feature. If you like water, see here, you can put this in, and it will actually, if you let the sun get to it, it'll come up. I can leave this here, take it with me, it's up to you. There's lots of good soil here, so if you're into gardening, all this area, okay, is really good soil. So you can have fruits or vegetables or whatever you want here, okay. I have a lot of these trees here for privacy, but in between, I don't know if you can see it, there's a little Japanese maple tree there too. And then these trees here, and here, magnolia trees, they get these huge flowers in the springtime. They're really nice to look at. You can't see them now, but in the spring here, there are bleeding heart flowers. So there's this beautiful row of flowers that comes up all around the house here. Once again, if you just want to, you know, to keep this as a nice greenery area, you know, there's flowers all most of the year because it's nice and warm here in Tongyeong. So in the summer, these things come up quite a bit. Again, rosemary, these rosemaries will get blue flowers on them as well, if you're into that. Okay, and once again, over here, these trees in the summertime have lots of flowers on them for like 100 days or so. So if you're really into gardening and that, there's lots and lots of potential here for you. Or you could just like take this all out and use the space for something else. It's up to you. I'll talk to you about power. Yes, power, electricity, because I paid millions and millions of won to have this whole house rewired with the best electricity possible. Okay. So I mean, here you're looking here if you care about that, but so if you were to follow up the lines in that, you could see that it is like industry strength, really good electrical lines. The whole house was completely redone. Here, let me show you inside here. Okay, if you look here, this whole thing was completely reinstalled. Okay, everything is new. Okay, as of 2 years ago. Okay, you don't need to worry about old wiring or anything. Everything was completely done. Okay, it wasn't just electricity, but actually plumbing and pipes and everything else. Millions and millions of won I spent on that, redoing the whole house. So, you know, if you look outside and you see, you might be able to see it here, but all of this was dug up, and here a completely new pipeline was installed, so all the water and that in the house, once again, completely renovated. Okay, you don't need to worry about it. All right, now I want to talk about this area a little bit here. Okay, this is a place where you can sit down and actually have a fire. Now look at this. I know it's sort of messy. I haven't cleaned it out, sorry. But you know, you can have your firewood here and put it in here and have an actual fire, like a campfire. All right. I mean, I don't know of any other place in Korea where you could be in the city and actually have your own little fire here. I asked, and it's totally legal, right? Because it's in our own property and that. I mean, and of course, barbecue, right? Barbecue. So, you know, there's only a few seats here, but you can, you know, expand it with as many seats as you want. I have a big parasol here, you know, during the daytime. But I mean, you can design this however you want. I like the wild look, right? Look at this. See the grass and that here? I like this wild look. But I mean, if you're not into the wild look or flowers or stuff, then you know, you could put new concrete in that on here. It's very cheap in that, and have a much cleaner look if you want. But personally, I like the greenery and you know, the oxygen and all that comes from it. I mean, if you like plants, you could probably see that there's quite a few plants. There's actually about 5 million Korean won in plants that I planted here just 2 years or so ago. So you know, their purpose is to look good, and that, I mean, if you know about plants, you might recognize some of them. There's a little maple tree up there and that too, but you know, it gives privacy obviously, but at the same time, I mean, it gives a nice, you know, greenery that you can't get in the city very easily. Okay, so but all of these, especially any of the potted plants, if you don't like them, I can take them away. And then this here, if you're, you know, you can change it into a whole garden, a vegetable garden or something if you want. That's up to you, or you could build something up there too. It's just more space. Okay, the whole property is space. You know, once again, here's the front side of the house. Okay, front side of the house. You know, I know it sort of looks a bit like an older house from the outside, but it was actually repainted and everything. Even up here, all this trim and that was restored. There's outside electricity. All the electricity in the house was completely reinstalled, and that, so it's all very safe, and that you don't need to worry about that. And then let's see, what else can I show you? Once again, like I said, I like the wild look, but this can be removed if you don't like it. Okay. The front door we talked about before. Maybe it is a smart lock. Okay, the whole door, everything, all the windows in the house, everything was restored. Okay, done new, completely new. Smart lock allows you to use a code if you want, or you know, it connects to the internet, so you know, you can use a thumbprint, whatever you want. It's up to you. There's this little space out here too. Maybe I should show you. Once again, I've got lots of bamboo plants, black bamboo. If you like it, you could keep it. If not, I'll take them away. It's up to you. All the outside windows here, can you see? They're tinted. They're tinted like this, so you can't see inside. It gives you your privacy. Okay, you can't see inside here, especially during the daytime. So the whole house is private. So even if there's people up there in the apartments, you're worried about them looking down, they can't see anything inside. Okay. And then the front gate here, of course, here is protected with a lock, so you don't need to worry about that. Right? No one is getting in here unless you want them to, and that.